Our guest is Fuller House star Michael Campion. If you could share a scoop of ice cream with anyone, who would it be?
Definitely Chris Pratt. I love Chris Pratt so much.
When did you start acting?
I started acting when I was about 5. I started doing like school plays and stuff.
What was your first acting gig?
I did a commercial for Florida Hospital. I was about 6 years old, I think. And oh man, I was super excited to do this. It was really awesome to do.
Awesome. So when you were growing up, how did your friends react to you being an actor?
Most of them were really cool with it. You know, they thought it was awesome that, you know, I got to do this kind of thing. Most of my friends are actors, so they kind of understand the business a little bit more, and so I don't have to like explain to them like why I'm going to an audition, like when we're supposed to be hanging out or whatever. So.
Did you watch Full House growing up?
Yeah, I did actually. I was about 5 when I started watching it. My mom introduced me to it along with you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends, George Lopez. Like it's on Nick at Night, so we would watch it every night.
How did you end up being cast for Fuller House?
Well, since I live in Florida, I had to do some video auditions, and we sent them out here, and then what ended up happening is they flew me out here after like the 5th audition or so. This was actually, fun fact, it's on the week of my birthday that I got Fuller House. They flew us out there like a week before I was supposed to have my party, and they told me in the room that I got the part, which was just so, it was nuts, absolutely crazy.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character, Jackson?
Jackson's sort of a goofball. He's really a good kid though, you know. He's just a normal teenager. He's going through life like everyone else, like every other teenager, and I feel like he's a really relatable character. I feel like a lot of teenagers and, you know, even adults will be able to like sympathize with this character, you know, because they went through that, or like, you know, they're currently going through that.
What can viewers expect to see in season 3?
Well, I know that for Jackson, he has a lot of girl problems. I know that Ramona has some boy problems too. There's also the whole drama with Matt and Steve and DJ. That's still going on. We have a lot of new cast members, so that's really cool. A lot of the old cast returns, and boy, is it funny. It's hilarious.
What is it like working with some of the iconic original cast members of Full House?
No, I was really nervous when I first started doing it. Actually, my first episode was with John Samos, and I was really nervous to do it. I had confidence though, you know, it was cool, but then like after that, everything was a breeze. They accepted me into their whole family. It was awesome, and we still do a lot of stuff outside of the set, even after season 3 is wrapped, so it's really cool.
Who is your favorite co-star?
The one I spend the most time with is Sony, the one who plays Ramona on the show, and we're kind of like brother and sister, so I have to go with Sony for sure.
What is a day of taping typically like?
There's the pre-taping, and then there's the live audience. For the live audience, there's you know, obviously an audience that comes in, and we do the whole show like a play almost. We do about 2 to 3 takes per scene. So there's a crowd entertainer. He's really funny. He does the same bit every time, and he's my favorite. It just has a very positive vibe about that day, because, you know, you get immediate feedback with the laughs, and you really get to interact with the crowd. And I think that's my favorite day of filming, because pre-taping isn't really that fun. It's just, you know, you do the same scene over and over, and then you're done, you go have lunch or whatever, so it's not as fun as the live taping, for sure.
Do you enjoy working in front of the live audience?
Oh yeah, a lot. It definitely gives a whole nother kind of energy that really helps you with your acting.
What's the vibe like on set?
Oh goodness. Totally positive. Everything about it is positive. I mean, I know that's practically unheard of. There's like no drama at all, which is, it's such a blessing. I mean, everyone on set, I mean, since they've known each other for like 30 years, there's such a great chemistry, for sure. I mean, and being a part of that, I mean, you know, you just fit right in, you know. It seems like you're now like the son of DJ, or like really in real life too, so it's pretty cool.
Do the original members give you a lot of acting tips?
Acting tips? Not really. I mean, the legacy cast like John Stamos and Dave Coulier, they all make a lot of stuff up on the spot. Like they'll do some improv, you know, and that's a thing. They'll pitch some stuff in the middle of a scene or whatever, and you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's fun to have that kind of like mixing it up a little bit, because they're all hilarious, and just the ideas they come up with are so funny. I love it.
How has your life changed since taking on the role of Jackson?
It definitely has changed a lot with the fans, you know, because I do get stopped a lot. A lot of people recognize me, which I think is great. I think it's really awesome to make someone's day, you know, just kind of by, you know, walking down the street and then recognizing you and stuff. I think that's really, like, the most, for sure. I don't want to say a certain kind of, like, power, but, like, you know, having, like, power to give back to charities and stuff, you know, like, you can present yourself as, like, you know, I'm going for this charity, or, you know, I represent this other thing here, and then, like, all of your people, like, all of your fans and stuff, then they'll go to that charity. So it's really cool to have such a positive impact on these people.
Can you share what charities you're working with?
Well, my most recent one is Race to Race MS. And then I had another one, the St. Baldrick's Foundation. Another one that I did was skip1.org.
You live in Florida, but fly out to California for taping. How do you manage to make that work?
Now that I don't really go to a real school, I feel like school was the main issue for me, because I had to get all my schoolwork, and I had to be there present in school. And now that I go to a virtual school, or like a homeschool program for actors, it's a lot easier. They're very accommodating to the work schedule. Like, they completely understand, and you know, if you miss some work, they have a lot of time for you to make it up. As for, like, my friends in Florida and stuff, you know, that kind of all came with the school, and since I don't really go there anymore, I don't talk too much to them anymore. But the few friends that I do have in Florida, you know, they're not like my best friends, and I actually do have one best friend in Florida, but he's an actor as well, so I get to see him all the time out here. It's not too much of an issue.
Do you miss going to school like a normal everyday kid?
Not really. I mean, I like this better just because, you know, I get to have more opportunities to act and stuff, and most of my classmates are actors, so you get to connect with people, you know, that are on different shows that, you know, you wouldn't otherwise have been able to talk to, so that's pretty cool.
Does the cast binge watch the seasons together?
Actually, we're having a viewing party for season 3 coming up on September 22nd, which is pretty cool. Go check it out. September 22nd. It's going to be at the creator's house, Jeff Franklin of both Full House and Fuller House. So, yeah, we're all going to go see a few of the episodes together. It's going to be cool.
Does Uncle Jesse's hair really look that good?
Yes. Yes, it is not a wig. It is not a perm. That's his real hair. I mean, of course, it's dyed and stuff, but he has a lot of products in his hair for sure. It's very, I've touched it before. It's like a brick almost.
I read that you love performing on stage. How did you get started in theater?
I guess, you know, I've always liked acting, and I didn't really play any sports or anything, and I wasn't really in the band, and since I was like 5, I've always been a performer. When I was like 2, I think I won like a Halloween competition, like a costume competition. I've always had the performing side in me, so, you know, acting is just that way to channel it. If it's on stage, if it's on TV, it doesn't matter. I mean, even doing magic is really fun for me because I'm very outgoing.
Do you enjoy acting or performing more?
I really do enjoy both, of course. When I'm doing Fuller House, it's almost like it's a play, because when you do like the live audience or whatever, you do the full thing in show order, and you get to see how the whole thing like fits together. So I guess it has elements of a play, but at the same time, it's this whole other animal. But if I really had to choose one, I would choose acting, like in front of a camera and stuff.
What's your favorite genre to act in?
I haven't really done too much since Fuller House is really like the biggest one that I've had. But I feel like I would really like to do a good drama because I've always done, like drama auditions, and they're a lot of fun to prepare for. So if I were to get like a Stranger Things, that'd be super awesome.
Once you've landed a role, how do you prepare for that character?
You don't specifically prepare for a role. It's just kind of a mindset that you get in.
What's the best thing to happen to you this year?
Season 3, for sure.
What's your most embarrassing moment in your acting career?
Oh, wow, I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. One of the most embarrassing ones is when I slipped in front of everyone, in front of a live audience. This was back in season 1, actually. In the 3rd episode, we had silly string, and we were like shooting each other. It was like we had Nerf guns, we had slime guns. It was actually the episode that Joey came over and babysat for us, and he had all that fun stuff. And I remember when we were spraying the silly string, I slipped on one of the things, and I fell in front of everyone, and everyone was like, oh, and I was like, oh my god, what did I just do? And I was pretty embarrassed, but it's fine. Everyone knew I was good. So
what's a perfect Friday night look like for you?
I have 2 different options. One is if I'm staying home and I'm playing video games with my friends and we're all having a good time. I have pizza. A friend is over. I think that's really fun if I'm staying at home. But if I'm going out, for sure, airsofting. Airsofting. It's kind of like paintball, but instead of paintballs, it's like little plastic pellets. And I go all the time with my friends, and we do that a lot. If I were to do that for a Friday night with some of my friends, that'd be perfect for me, for sure.
What's your biggest fear?
One of the creepiest things for me that I literally cannot stand is like eyes, like big eyes that just are staring at you. It's not fun. Like I could compare it to Tim Curry's It. Like anytime that they look into his eyes, it's just like bloodshot and really just creepy. I can't handle when people are staring at me. It's a pet peeve, fear thing of mine. I don't like it at all.
What's your dream role?
Oh, my dream role. Oh, I've always wanted to play like an action superhero kind of guy, and like where I had to do stunts and I had to like shoot guns and stuff. That would be super cool, like Jason Bourne.
What's one thing you cannot live without?
I'd say like technology, like my phone, my laptop, my iPad or whatnot, because that's like the main way that I communicate with my friends, since I don't really live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids to play video games with. But yeah, I definitely could not live without video games.
What else do you enjoy doing outside of acting, other than video games and airsofting?
Well, I just started taking computer programming class, and since I'm a pretty techie guy, I feel like if I were to go into another field that isn't acting, it would definitely be like computer software engineering or a network administrator, something like that. That'd be really cool.
What show are you currently binge watching?
Actually, I just found a really cool show on Netflix called Freaks and Geeks. It's great. You really need to watch it. It's like a coming-of-age story. It's classic. They have such a great cast. It's James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel.
If you could star in a movie with anyone, who would it be?
Oh, again, definitely Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is easily one of my favorite stars of all. He's so funny. I love him in Parks and Rec, too. He's my favorite character in all of them.
Who inspires you the most?
I'd say Matt Damon, for sure.
What has been your favorite scene to film on Fuller House?
Oh, well, like I was talking about in season 1, episode 3, when Joey came over and he brought all those guns and those really fun like slime toys or whatever. That was my favorite one to shoot by far, because we got to shoot Nerf guns, and actually we had a whole entire bucket of slime dumped on us. So that was really cool.
Can you share with us any other projects you're working on?
I was on a show for Nickelodeon called Paradise Run, and basically it's like a game show where a bunch of people compete for a prize for their charity. So you can check that out sometime in October. I'm not entirely sure when it's coming out.
What advice would you give to young aspiring actors?
I know how I started out. Real small. I didn't try to rush into things. I know a lot of people who, you know, want to be like a star or whatever, like try to go for like the big ones immediately, like try to go into movies and commercials and stuff. But you know, like I find it really important to have that acting experience first. Like go into, you know, your school play, go into community theaters, go into improv. Actually, improv, I would suggest that because it really helps you with your timing, not only acting wise, but you know, just making things up on the spot that you know, think of it. It kind of that acting side of the brain, and that's really improv has helped me like tenfold from, you know, being like 12 when I first got Fuller House to now, for sure.
Where do you hope to see yourself in 10 years?
I would stay out here in LA, working on the new Jason Bourne film, something like that. That'd be really cool. You know, I would want to be married. That'd be cool. I don't know. I never really thought about this. Maybe like a side job of like being a network technician. You know, if I wasn't really doing anything for acting, that'd be really cool.
What is something you want to say to your followers?
Thank you guys so much, Shirley. This has been awesome so far. You guys are such great fans. You know, you guys give me such support and so many suggestions on what to post and so much feedback on what I do, and I think that's really great. But seriously, guys, keep it up. Thank you so much. It really does help me a lot, for sure.